God's will is the noblest and most transformative purpose we can pursue in our lives. However, we are often hindered from achieving it by common mistakes that distance us from His presence and guidance. The Bible provides clarity and direction on how to live in accordance with God's will. Let's examine 7 mistakes that can prevent us from fulfilling His divine purpose and how we can overcome them with the help of the Holy Spirit. 1. Not hearing God, spiritual isolation. Often, we stop hearing God's voice because we are not in communion with Him. Spiritual silence can lead us to make decisions based on our own desires rather than seeking divine guidance. Bible verse. Therefore, listen to the voice of the Lord your God and obey His commandments and statutes that I am commanding you today. Deuteronomy 6:3. 2. Trusting in yourself instead of God. Excessive reliance on our own abilities and strength can prevent us from depending on God. When we trust in ourselves, we risk straying from the path He has planned for us. Bible verse, let not the wise man boast in his wisdom, nor the strong man boast in his strength, nor the rich man boast in his riches. But let him who boasts boast in this, that he understands and knows me, that I am the Lord, who practices steadfast love, justice, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight. Jeremiah 9:23-24. 3. Being afraid of the future. Fear of the unknown can paralyze us, preventing us from following God's will. Often we fear what may happen if we follow what He calls us to do. Bible verse. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. 4. Not obeying. Immediately, delaying obedience can cause us to miss opportunities to fulfill God's will. When He calls us, it is essential to respond promptly and faithfully. Bible verse. But when he heard the Spirit, immediately he put him on his clothes, and leaping up, he walked, for he had been healed. Acts 3:7. 5. Being controlled by guilt. Excessive guilt can imprison us, preventing us from moving forward in God's will. It is important to understand that through Christ's forgiveness, we are forgiven and called to live a life of liberation. Bible verse. If God is for us, who can be against us? He who did not spare His own Son, but gave Him up for us all, how will He not also, along with Him, graciously give us all things? Romans 8:31-32. 6. Not surrendering control to God. Often, we want to control our lives and situations instead of surrendering them to God. This behavior can prevent us from experiencing His peace and guidance. Bible verse. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16:3. 7. Not having enough faith. Lack of faith can prevent us from following God's will, especially during difficult times. It is essential to trust in the Lord and believe that He is in control. Bible verse. For what is impossible with man is possible with God. Luke 18:27. Fulfilling God's will requires us to overcome these 7 common mistakes. It is necessary to hear from God, trust in His providence, overcome fear, obey immediately, live in the freedom of forgiveness, surrender control, and have unwavering faith. When we do this, we experience the fullness of the life He has planned for us. Go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Matthew 28:19. May this call inspire us to live in accordance with God's will, overcoming the obstacles that prevent us from achieving it.